Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Friday, May 21st, at 3:25 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 697 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. In Virginia, Trump's election lies look like a GOP liability. Meet the award-winning leader who is now Chatham County's new school superintendent. Wyoming senator discloses impregnating 14-year-old at 18. Outrage as Texas executes man without witnesses from news media. NASA traces source of fast radio bursts sending signals to Earth. She was raped, strangled, set alight in a field. Cops say they've found her killer. Joe Manchin calls increasingly likely GOP filibuster of January 6th commission so disheartening. You can help enforce Texas heartbeat abortion law, a game changer for pro-life cause. Retired cop put in chokehold takes police case to high court. An ancient star casts new light on the birth of the universe. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. 2021 PGA Championship Leaderboard, live coverage, golf scores today in round 2 at Kiowa Island, CBSSports.com. Israeli forces in violent confrontations with Palestinians outside Jerusalem's Al-Aqsa Mosque after Gaza ceasefire, CNN. COVID-19 news, live updates on cases and vaccines, The New York Times. Prince Harry accused the royal family of total silence and total neglect when he and Meghan asked for help, BuzzFeed News. Lady Gaga had a total psychotic break after rape. For a couple years, I was not the same girl, Yahoo Entertainment. Dow Jones leads as Boeing takes off, Nasdaq lags as tech stocks under pressure, Investors Business Daily. Vulture Fund Alden Global, known for slashing newsrooms, buys Tribune Papers, NPR. Prince William trolled for saying Diana interview led to divorce, not Camilla, page 6. Apple CEO Tim Cook testifies in Epic Games' The Apple trial, Mac rumors. The mess in Maricopa's audit, The Washington Post. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. You shouldn't be able to breathe, police officer told Tennessee man before he died. That's up to him, Democrats would rather not talk about Stephen Breyer retiring. Marco Rubio doesn't finish tweet, so Twitter users fill in the blank. GOP House candidate impregnated 14-year-old girl when he was 18. Lady Gaga says she had psychotic break after being raped, impregnated at 19. Tokyo Olympics will go on despite state of emergency, IOC says. People are sharing how they feel about leftovers, and it's intense. Anna Paquin defends being queer enough after troll criticizes her marriage. The 20 funniest tweets from women this week. As pandemic spread pain and panic, congressman chased profit. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Watch, seniors take online Tai Chi class. FMR official sentenced for stealing nearly $150,000. Mother describes losing son to fentanyl. Mom creates Facebook group to unmask students. Woman makes it easier to score vintage items. Sitter took client's pet out of town, lost the dog. 3 sets of triplets graduating from high school. Paramedics' international trip to treat COVID put him behind bars. Local entrepreneur honored for trait of perseverance. Philhank arrested in tattoo shop worker slaying. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. Congress now supersedes generals on military issues. As Israel-Hamas ceasefire holds, dozen survey wreckage. Biden meets with South Korea's president. WHO says COVID deaths could be double or triple the official numbers. Why Biden used a light touch while pressing Netanyahu. Economy updates, sales of homes fall as market tightens. A ceasefire, and new ideas in Israel and the Palestinian territories. In antitrust trial, Tim Cook argues Apple doesn't hurt app makers. Young Americans on the reaction to George Floyd's death. COVID killed his father, then came $1 million in medical bills. The following headlines are from the 6th most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. House Republicans send message to AOC, Hamas caucus with wallway posters. CBP chief says Mexican state stopped taking back some migrant families days after Biden inauguration. UVA to mandate COVID-19 vaccination for in-person students this fall. Biden claims progressives don't like him because he doesn't embrace a socialist agenda. Hurricane forecasters tracking 2 disturbances ahead of Atlantic season. Princess Diana regretted her interview with Martin Bashir, former secretary once claimed, a huge mistake. Prince Harry says he, Robin Williams' son Zach share remarkably similar coping mechanisms in parents' deaths. Army trainee who hijacked bus tried to escape, police. Electric Ford F-150 Lightning, here's how far it can probably tow. Top Dems tepid on support for Israel amid Hamas attacks, pressure from far left. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Friday, May 21st. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Man wins fight to keep Biden is not my president sign in front yard. It's revenge everything, upticks in spending as COVID restrictions fade being dubbed revenge spending. Child tax credit, when will the first monthly check arrive? It's really changed my life, intense pulse light therapy brings great relief to dry eye sufferers. Child tax credit, how much will your monthly check be? Like some sea creature from the deep, vampire fish making comeback to American River. Real Housewife of Beverly Hills, Erica Girardi, allegedly embroiled in real-life scandal. I've been craving a character like this where I can be myself, Jacob Lattimore on Season 4 of Showtime's The Chi. PGA Championship Preview, it's the toughest wind in golf, says Nick Faldo about ocean course at Kiowa Island. Superstar racing experience, Greg Biffle says he's excited to get back to grassroots racing in series. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Biden awards Medal of Honor to Korean War Army Ranger Ralph Puckett, 94. Tim Cook defends Apple against Epic Games price gouging claims. Prince William emerges from aftermath of Harry's truth bomb. What is EMDR and why is Prince Harry using the therapy? Number of renters searching for flats in London is up by nearly a fifth compared to January. Bulletproof, Sky cancels show following Noel Clarke's sexual harassment allegations. Indian and other variants of concern behind a quarter of COVID cases in London. What the Irish Prime Minister told Biden that got him worried about China. Woman jailed for glassing Australian in Newcastle pub. Prince Harry addresses Charles direct in new series, body language expert claims. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is The Washington Post World News Feed. In Gaza, a day of relief for some, dismay for others and uncertainty for most. Blasts, sirens and cries for help, the sounds of war on the deadliest night of the Israel-Gaza conflict. Some tiny countries hope for a big boost from vaccine tourism. Fragile ceasefire leaves Gaza in shambles, Netanyahu's future in question and Jerusalem on verge of erupting again. Not even Singapore's rules could keep the coronavirus at bay. Spiraling conflict in Myanmar sends thousands fleeing as military targets rebels. COVID-19 live updates. Europe moves to jumpstart travel. Variant danger looms over Britain. Ethiopia charges 28 soldiers with killings in Tigray region. Leaders of rich countries acknowledge vaccine inequities at Global Health Summit but offer little to rapidly close the gap. Egypt, Sudan to hold joint drill amid Ethiopian Nile dispute. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's US news feed. Coronavirus live. UK could add more countries to green list soon. EMA rules out second AZ jab for people who had blood clots. Biden awards first Medal of Honor as president to true American hero, Liv. USPGA Championship 2021, second round, Liv. 20 photographs of the week. Charles Koch funded eviction push while investing in real estate companies. Iran stunned by case of couple who drugged and dismembered son. Epic v Apple, Tim Cook testifies as star witness in high-stakes trial. Venice Architecture Biennale 2021 review, a pick mix of conceptual posturing. Palestinians return to devastated homes as UN calls for Gaza dialogue. Canadian soldier allegedly fed cannabis cakes to gunners in live fire exercise. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Biden awards Korean War vet Medal of Honor as South Korea's president takes part. 7 News is halt construction at Connecticut's Amazon warehouse. Jewish man beaten in NYC amid dueling protests over Israel and Hamas, police say. Kyle Rittenhouse makes first in-person court appearance. Live, ABC News Live. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Israel-Palestinian ceasefire comes into effect. Palestinians and Israelis react to ceasefire. Israel-Gaza, how children on both sides experienced the conflict. Dave Bautista swaps Guardians of the Galaxy for wrestling zombies. Alabama overturns decades-old ban on yoga in schools. France's 18-year-olds given €300 culture pass. Coronavirus, Spain to lift restrictions for UK and Japanese travelers. El Salvador, remains of 24 people found in ex-policeman's garden. Critically ill COVID-19 patients more likely to die in Africa. The beauty YouTuber who's hosting Eurovision. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Detroit boy, 12, hailed as hero for saving younger siblings from dog attack. WH pushing dating apps adding vaccination badges. Dead snakes and mice, toxic sludge, how pathogens go unnoticed in America's water towers. Police handcuffed a black woman who is deaf and asked her kids to interpret. Advocates say that violates the ADA. The children of a black, deaf woman was asked to translate for her as she was detained. Rittenhouse appears in Wisconsin courtroom. UVA and IU latest schools to require student vaccinations. WHO report estimates 3M excess deaths in 2020, latest COVID-19 updates. First storms of hurricane season 2021 may be forming in the Gulf and Atlantic, heavy rain coming to Texas, Louisiana. AP obtains new footage of black man's police death. A tweet speculates new farming facility to be first confinement farm in Iowa. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. California unveils sweeping plan for full reopening on June 15 as COVID-19 fades. Child shot during apparent road rage incident on 55 freeway in Orange, rushed to hospital. 0.03% chance, getting coronavirus after being vaccinated incredibly rare in LA County. A fiery memo, Crown Jewel Archives, how John Noriega shaped our view of Chicano LA. International students are in panic mode, can they get back to US in time for fall term? Fear on the 91, scores of freeway pellet gun shootings unnerve drivers and stum CHP. Here's how California's bold plan to change math instruction could help or hurt students. LA bought $19 million worth of N95 masks early in the pandemic, resales are lagging. Crews gain control over Santa Barbara fire that triggered evacuations. LA officials, faith leaders denounce recent anti-Semitic attacks. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Friday, May 21st, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. CNN, Israeli forces in violent confrontations with Palestinians outside Jerusalem's Al-Aqsa Mosque after Gaza ceasefire. Psychedelic medicine company approved to study sublingual psilocybin for major depressive disorder. Claiming victory while sitting in Qatar, Hamas chief says we destroyed project of coexistence with Israel. Israeli police allegedly kills an Arab teenager by shot to the head. G7 countries agree to stop international funding for coal-fired power. China says it will crack down on Bitcoin mining, trading activities. Black fungus declared an epidemic in 4 states, 1 UT. Japan urges two-state solution in Middle East after Gaza ceasefire. Hamas fire rockets at crossing of their own humanitarian aid convoy. Iran shot down plane full of Canadians intentionally in act of terrorism, Ontario judge rules. Ethiopia expels New York Times reporter who had extensively reported about the war and human rights abuses in the Tigray region. Germany bans male chick culling from 2022. The federal government has passed legislation to ban the mass killing of male chicks as of January 1, 2022. The decision means that Germany is set to be the first country to ban male chick culling by law. LSD rewinds the brain's functions and makes it unlearn normal perception, new study finds. India, up, Muslim youth arrested over Facebook post calling for Palestine solidarity. Israel has deep pockets, controls media, Pakistan FM accused of anti-Semitism in CNN interview. The next headlines are from Forbes. Tokyo Olympics will happen even if Japan's under state of emergency, IOC says. Box office, F9 feet pushes Fast Saga past $6 billion global. Live stream pioneers Code Orange announce return to in-person concerts. San Francisco Giants veterans drinking from a fountain of youth. Overwatch 2 Feet is making one massive change from the original game. Mickey Doll ends on the music of Mike Nesmith and the earliest days of the Monkees. At least 5 reporters had phone records seized by Trump's Justice Department. Here's why 5 Oregon counties that voted to move to Idaho probably cannot. What is Eurovision? A guide for confused Americans as the contest heads to the U.S. next year. Biden won't support progressive student loan forgiveness plan, he says. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Protein architecture of the yeast genome. It's a minefield. COVID vaccine safety poses unique communication challenge. Frosty reception for algorithm that predicts research papers impact. How COVID-19 has stomped on scientists' travel plans. Prestigious European grants might be biased, study suggests. Balancing carbon storage under elevated CO sub. Take a walk, it's the easiest way to step away from your graduate studies. An array of 4 germanium qubits. Scientists zero in on long-sought marker of COVID vaccine efficacy. Why national attitudes about science matter for vaccine acceptance. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,706,609,519 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time, and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Anthony Ramos on why the talk therapy depicted in treatment is worth the work. Billy Eichner, Nancy Pelosi and Amy Poehler join Stonewall in Safe Spaces concert exclusive. Morgan Wallen is disqualified for top CMA awards, but will be eligible in collaborative categories. Kate Del Castillo, Gaston Pavlovich's El Agente Mexicano heats up Endemol Shine Boomdog production exclusive. LA Virtual Screenings, a market wrap, from the Latin American surge to platform obsession and IP drive. California to fully reopen, remove physical distancing and capacity requirements on June 15. Derek DelGaudio's Hulu special in and of itself to get a week-long theatrical run in New York exclusive. Shameless Alum Jeremy Allen White to lead FX comedy pilot The Bear. All I Know So Far co-editor on assembling Pink's path to Wembley Stadium. Markiplier talks about his new podcast Distractable, which shot to #1 on the charts to top Joe Rogan on Spotify. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. A team of mostly women races to make history at the Indianapolis 500. Amazon shuts down a construction site in Connecticut after a seventh noose is found. Coronavirus frequently asked questions, I had COVID, should I get the vaccine? Alabama will now allow yoga in its public schools, but students cannot say namaste. How the Gaza violence marked a shift in the American political debate over Israel. Updates from Israel and Gaza after the ceasefire. World leaders call for long-term resolution of Gaza conflict following ceasefire. Morning news brief. Restaurants are welcoming back diners, but say mask rules have them relying on trust. New doctors in India are starting off seeing the worst, it's taking a toll. The following headlines are from The Week. Harry Reid saw classified things at Area 51 that fascinated me. 7 cartoons about the CDC surprising mask mandate reversal. The White House reportedly ghosted Meghan McCain. In the Heights is the perfect post-pandemic movie. Lady Gaga opens up about suffering a psychotic break after being raped. I was not the same girl. Prince Harry says he used drugs and alcohol to mask his grief over Diana's death. Tinder, OkCupid, Match, other dating sites will give a bump to users who get vaccinated. The Daily Business Briefing, May 21, 2021. San Francisco General Hospital has 0 COVID-19 patients for first time since March 2020. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Fighting anti-trans legislation takes a toll on Texas kids and families. The next headlines are from Physics Buzz News. Brain-computer interfaces decode handwriting. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Larger rocky planets might be rare because they shrunk. Swarms of robots could dig underground cities on Mars. Aircraft could fly at Mach 17 on shockwaves from continuous detonations. Pictures from China's Mars rover fuel NASA chief's funding pitch to Congress. These are the news headlines for today, Friday, May 21st. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Wow, stunning new images reveal Jupiter's chaotic atmosphere. Bizarre weather on other worlds. 4 examples. Saturn's cold blue hemisphere. Now casting nationwide, Discovery Channel's Who Wants to Be an Astronaut. Jupiter at West Quadrature on May 21st. This nocturnal dinosaur had owl-like night senses. The next news is from Politico. Ethiopia expels Politico journalist who reported on atrocities in Tigray. Biden signed a new hate crimes law, but there's a big flaw. It's risky and it's dangerous. Dems plead for more security cash as threats rise post-January 6th. Rep. Brian Higgins blames lack of leadership for still restricted U.S.-Canada border. Palestinians see victory in Gaza truce as Israel warns Hamas. I was the first woman to negotiate a nuclear arms deal with the Russians. They never let me forget it. The nation's cartoonists on the week in politics. Biden's bank shot to win GOP support for his infrastructure bill. Missouri Senate race shapes into battle between controversial firebrands and GOP officials. Industries pressure Washington to act as chip crisis worsens. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Lady Gaga tells of psychotic break after rape at 19 left her pregnant. COVID-19 deaths likely 2 to 3 times more than official records, WHO. Detained Australian rider faces trial in China next week. Jerusalem clashes break out again after Israel, Hamas agree to truce. Myopic Morrison is putting us all at risk. Tech-savvy, disloyal and at-shy, banking's battle for the young heats up. Bias and misdirection can cloud your path in life and work. Market wrap, all the leasing and sales activity in and around Sydney. Signs of life in Melbourne City retail lease market. Woolworths starts construction at the $1.2 billion more bank distribution hub. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. The Fed, Harker joins Kaplan in saying the Fed should discuss tapering bond purchases sooner rather than later. Market Extra, why companies like crypto platform Coinbase are issuing a torrent of convertible bonds. Coronavirus update, COVID vaccination success in US and other wealthy countries contrast with shortages elsewhere as G20 promises to step up. Retirement Weekly, how to know whether the stock market is in a bubble. FA Center, ESG investing needs to clean its own house to remove investors' doubts. Retirement Weekly, not sure where you're going, fight uncertainty and ambiguity with a solid plan. Cryptus, Bitcoin is a con, declares media luminary Barry Diller. If it's not enhanced unemployment benefits, why are people turning down jobs? True COVID-19 global death toll is likely 2 to 3 times higher than official count of 3.4 million, warns WHO. Mark Hulbert, more investors than ever are borrowing to buy stocks. Here's what this really means for the market. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. IP strategy, don't miss the forest through the trees, intellectual property, United States, Mondac News alerts. All those in the favor, say AI, UK IPO publishes response to its consultation on artificial intelligence and intellectual property, JD Supra. Reps repeal patents, Designs Act to effectively protect intellectual properties, Vanguard. The patent eligibility fix is coming, now is the time to get essential protection on software inventions, intellectual property, United States, Mondac News alerts. Spencer Silver, chemist and inventor 1941 to 2021, Financial Times. What is likely to drive Chinese patent filings in the coming years, Lexology. Alvid HHF files a lawsuit against AbbVie Incorporated, New York Stock Exchange, ABBV, seeking to invalidate a plethora of patents for arthritis drug, Humira and end its monopolistic tactics, Journal transcript. Green IP, the interplay between IP law, sustainability and ESG in the EU, Lexology. What is cactus used for? Mexican chemical engineer patented 12 uses in the U.S. thanks to her grandmother's knowledge. Explica.co. Explica. My take, America's goose that lays the golden eggs. HollandSentinel.com. The next headlines are from Quartz. Inside the hard business of selling DIY rape kits. The psychology behind hodling during a Bitcoin price drop. How the Olympics could get cancelled. Retail investors are finally poised to take on stratospheric CEO pay. Middle East ceasefire, Art Basel Hong Kong, tiny hearts. How Ethereum plans to get around a major drag on crypto prices. Space Jam 2 is a massive merchandising opportunity with a movie attached. Singapore and Taiwan's COVID-19 spikes are bad omens for Japan's Olympics. China's vaccine outreach in Africa is falling short of Beijing's pledges. The COVID-19 pandemic has left thousands of Indians unemployed, perhaps forever. The following headlines are from TechDirt. Rachel Dolezal's copyright follies, sues CBS for copyright infringement in case that won't end well. Daily Deal, the 2021 Complete Oz DevOps Engineer Bundle. California City drops lawsuit against journalists, admits it failed to secure files supposedly accessed illegally. Frontier Communications sued yet again for lying about its pathetic broadband speeds. Unofficial Amiibo guidebook that was essentially advertising the Nintendo products gets Nintendo'd. G7 and technical standards, blink and you might have missed the new battleground. Redditors launch a rescue mission for embattled C-Hub, with the ultimate aim of building a decentralized version. Violent, bigoted cop accused of beating another cop is upset as text messages expose him as a violent bigot. Parler was allowed back in the Apple App Store because it will block hate speech, but only when viewed through Apple devices. Daily Deal, the complete Become a UI/UX Designer Bundle. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Army of the Dead. Pittsburgh Penguins. Breeze Airways. Lady Gaga. BTS Butter. Nick Cannon. Chris Cuomo. Overwatch 2. Olivia Rodrigo. Penguins. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Watch, Gaza drone footage shows aftermath of 11-day conflict with Israel. Manchester City legend Sergio Aguero agrees deal to join Barcelona, reports. UK health chiefs investigate new COVID-19 variant first found in Yorkshire region after 49 cases detected in England. Russian-born French ice dancer Galia Viva hails freedom of adopted nation, dubs birthplace harsh country of wonderful people. NBA star Kwame Brown shocks as he blasts fake woke NS who support Joe Biden, says their new version of the KKK. Extreme and outrageous conduct, Trump sued by civil rights org for calling COVID-19 the China virus. Majority of Republicans say Fauci, deemed American hero by Joe Biden, has hurt the U.S. poll. G7 governments agree to end international funding for coal plants this year. You look like you're in my weight class, Ramirez's furious boss threatens Taylor after face-off for boxing grudge match, video. Referee forced to throttle mixed martial arts fighter to force him to release choke in wild bout in Kyrgyzstan, video. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. We're off to the races. Ford secures 44,000 reservations for electric F-150 just hours after reveal. Peter Schiff, investors are starting to worry the Fed won't fight inflation. Hedge funds had another dismal quarter, Goldman explains why. Georgia judge decides to unseal 2020 absentee ballots in Fulton County for review. Tales from the SH coin boom. It's global, it's 24/7 and it's completely unregulated. DHS to close 2 migrant detention centers after allegations of abuse. Axel Springer nears deal to buy Axios as traffic slumps in post-Trump era. Why did former FBI Director Free give $100K to a trust for VP Biden's grandkids in 2016? Land scarcity sparks another bottleneck for housing market. Confusing market crashes and bear markets. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Amazon shuts down U.S. construction site after finding 7th news. Kyle Rittenhouse makes first in-person court appearance. U.S. support for Israel, China nuclear reactors and a crypto crash. Turkish court begins retrial of Kavala over 2013 GZ protest. Leaks show DC cops justify aggressive protest tactics, expert. Pakistan marks Palestine Day as FM accused of anti-Semitism. No internet, lockdown worsens Argentina's educational inequality. Argentina announces strict coronavirus lockdown amid case surge. Bitcoin sell-off resumes after China reiterates crackdown warning. IMF pitches $50 billion plan to end coronavirus pandemic. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Randy Clark, border town economies will suffer until COVID asylum rules end. Meghan McCain, Chris Cuomo is a sanctimonious tool. GOP Rip Green, Biden facilitating human trafficking by secretly flying migrant children across U.S. Antony Blinken confirms the U.S. does not want to buy Greenland. Nolte, disgraced CNN's ratings fall off a cliff. Michigan House Oversight Committee sends secret Florida private jet trip questions to Gretchen Whitmer. Nolte, 7 apparent nooses found in Democrat city shutter Amazon construction site. John Solomon, breaking the news is a must-read, exposes media's corruption and conflicts of interest hidden from the public. Inflation Nation, home prices rise at record-breaking pace to all-time high. Report, emails show ex-FBI chief gave $100,000 to Joe Biden's grandkid trust, seeking future work. The next headlines are from UPI News. Florida 11-year-old earns world record for mental math. Watch, mad, cold, wet and hungry kittens rescued from storm sewer. Florida man wins $1 lottery jackpot after both family vehicles break down. Look, alligator visits fire station in Florida. Message in a bottle floats from Prince Edward Island to Texas. Look, large chunk of ice crashes through roof of Florida home. Australian state offering $1,100 to relocate, work tourism jobs. Watch, hundreds visit abandoned gas station to view corpse flower bloom. Watch, escape deal spotted slithering in butter of Australian road. Chicago man performs 30 burpees in 1 minute for Guinness record. The next headlines are from Odd, Strange and Bizarre Things. 40 beer fun facts you need to know. 5 facts you didn't know about playing golf. Are online slots worth it? Contours RX review, does this eyelid lifter really work? The following headlines are from Earth Files, updates on Earth and astronomical mysteries. Contact in the Desert with Avi Loeb, Ph.D., and Earth Files reporter and editor Linda Moulton Howe. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. USDA is finally allowing companies to grow their own cannabis for scientific research. Browser extension helps you choose Amazon products based on sustainability. Scientists develop personalized anti-cancer vaccine that works in mice. Florida man rescues 8-month-old pup from alligator's grasp. Sheldon the dog flunked out of service animal training, but became an ace at sniffing out arson. Video captures hero cop running to lift overturned car single-handedly to save woman. Landmark malaria vaccine is 77% effective, tackling one of world's biggest killers of young children. For World Bee Day, flowers can hear buzzing bees, and it makes their nectar sweeter. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Friday, May 21st. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Michigan pig, pancake, raises stink over what is considered a therapy animal. The Satanic Temple sues Texas for abortion restrictions that impede TST's religious abortion ritual. Monkey business, researchers find origins of Florida colony. Spanish chef gives thumbs up to a robot-made paella. Millionaires protest outside Jeff Bezos' houses, demanding he pay more taxes. Angelina Jolie gets covered in bees for World Bee Day. Mom dies during motorcycle memorial ride for son killed in motorcycle crash, unfathomable. High traces of Viagra in soul sewers, research shows. Australia offers cash to work in paradise. Queensland on Thursday offered $1,400 to anyone who moves there and starts a job in the tourism sector. Teen in Spain built underground den after fight with his parents. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. What would happen if we connected the human brain to a quantum computer? Uber and Lyft will support California's EV mandate, but only if they get more money. The pocket guitar is the way to becoming a guitar god even when you don't have your guitar. EVs can tow too. Here's how much it'll affect your range though. Deeper Connect Nano is the next step in home Wi-Fi security, and how you dump the VPN once and for all. Can we teach AI how to code? Welcome to IBM's Project CodeNet. Google Photos Unlimited storage is ending on June 1. What can you do about it? Why the hell do test cars have those weird-looking wraps? At last, Google's Nest thermostat will play nicely with Siri and Alexa. China landed its Mars rover on the first try. Here's what's next. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Pandemic Palea, a wayward skull, at-home fossil analysis, a first for Antarctic amphibians. Itch insight, skin itch mechanisms differ on hairless versus hairy skin. Brain's memory center stays active during infantile amnesia. Water treatment, removing hormones with sunlight. Nanoparticles, the complex rhythm of chemistry. Will COVID-19 eventually become just a seasonal nuisance? Scientists reveal structural details of how SARS-CoV-2 variants escape immune response. Culture influences mask wearing, study finds. Robotic third thumb use can alter brain representation of the hand. A plant-fungi partnership at the origin of terrestrial vegetation. The next headlines are from Information Week. IT skills, top 10 programming languages for 2021. Universities are failing software developers. ServiceNow's acquisition spree adds observability. Automation is an essential survival skill for every modern IT organization. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Friday, May 21st from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. Pennsylvania, Texas students to hear from astronauts on space station. NASA invites media to briefing on science launching to space station. NASA, ESA, JAXA host hackathon to study COVID-19's environmental effects. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Hiker found dead in Little Cottonwood Canyon. Eagle helps Utah's Tony Finau advance to the PGA Championships weekend rounds. Utah author Met Ivy Harrison talks about leaving the Latter-day Saint faith and her fictional sleuth religious journey. 2 fugitives arrested in Salt Lake City after shootout with U.S. Marshals. RSS feeds. George Pyle, here's what you missed while the Utah legislature was embarrassing us. Gordon Munson, amid plenty of promise and praise for the Utah Jazz, yes, there are some worries, too. Colorado City Airport gains land from Bureau of Land Management. Utah's jobless rate drops again even as state prepares to end $300 payments. Jonathan E. Johnson, if the Utah legislature called them extraordinary sessions we might have fewer of them. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. Activist archivists are trying to save the Pirate Bay of science. Apple wants users to trust iOS, but it doesn't trust iOS users. Google Unit DeepMind tried and failed to win AI autonomy from parent. China calls out ByteDance, Kuaishou, and LinkedIn for illegal data collection. Netflix looking to hire executive for gaming expansion. Snap's new spectacles let you see the world in augmented reality. Apple accuses Microsoft of using Epic in legal attack. Sue's IPO disappoints. Move over, Death Valley, these are the two hottest spots on Earth. Newly leaked U.S. Navy video shows UFOs sinking into the water. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Good Samaritan who helped stabbing victim says thanks goes to the real heroes who do this daily. Amtrak resumes full service in Illinois in July. Biden awards Medal of Honor to Korean War vet. Lawsuit filed after Missouri lawmakers didn't fund Medicaid expansion. South Carolina manhunt for multi-state murder suspect enters day 4. Southwestern Illinois College offers Cannabis 101 this summer. Child abuse unit called after 2-month-old dies. O'Fallon pay teacher keeps promise to students and sleeps on school's roof. 40,000 fans expected in St. Louis Friday for Cards and Blues games. Expect summer-like temperatures this weekend. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. 2 years after his death, police still searching for San Diego man's killer. Unemployment falls again as county looks ahead to June 15th reopening. Symphony announces inaugural lineup for the Rady Shell at Jacobs Park. Ponga at Mission Beach is third discovered this week. Hit and run driver shears fire hydrant in Mission Valley. State grant to spur San Diego area wildfire preparations. Vaccinated? Here's how you can score free Shake Shack. San Diego native mourns loss of 22 family members in Gaza. Man, 21, jailed for allegedly trying to drag woman into bushes at area park. 60-year-old man dies in head-on crash with MTS bus. The next headlines are from SpookNews.com. Kim exposes her poisoner via a hidden camera in Emmerdale. Weekend Roundup, May 20th. Pentagon secret spy army said to be 60,000 strong. USPS reportedly uses Clearview AI to spy on Americans. Ultimate guide to spy cell phone without installing software, Film Daily. Who is David Harbour in the Black Widow movie? Red Guardian explained. Mossad, Sense, Warner, Kane, support the international affairs budget. Shape-shifting computer chip thwarts an army of hackers. Apple's newest app perfectly visualizes how app tracking transparency stops companies from stalking you. App State releases sexual assault records after state Supreme Court case. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Slovenian military receives joint light tactical vehicles. U.S. paratroopers test IVAS goggle during Edge 21. U.S. Army shows its sniper tanks. U.S. Army awards contract to S-21 for Ukrainian military trucks. Antonov completes first in 178-100P fuselage for Ukrainian Air Force. The next headlines are from SUP China, top news about China. 2 Hong Kong protest documentaries applauded at South Korean Film Festival. European Parliament freezes China investment deal over Beijing's baseless and arbitrary Xinjiang counter-sanctions. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Friday, May 21st, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Study: 27% of Americans regret their quarantine DIY project. Mormon church made large profit on GameStop and Tesla stock craze, security filings show. How dating apps like Tinder are encouraging Americans get vaccinated. Lady Gaga says rape at 19 led to a total psychotic break. Child marriage is currently legal in 46 states. Sierra travelers get unexpected but welcome late spring snow. Safe alcohol consumption is a myth, study says. San Jose flea market vendors continue to voice concerns over development plans. June 15th reopening, here's what will be different in California. Why researchers are worried about the rising number prescribed opioids for COVID long haulers. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Feder, sad, sobering day for Chicago Tribune as Eldon wins takeover bid. U.S. stocks stall as benchmark S&P 500 heads for weekly loss. Attorneys, Rittenhouse trial in November could take 2 weeks. Indiana University requiring COVID-19 vaccination shots. Fugitive Belgian extremist soldier evades massive manhunt. KC Southern takes buyout from Canadian National Railway. COVID-19 update, 126,023 more shots, 21 more deaths, 1,573 new cases. The book to give Illinois manufacturing a lift. Will there be a July 4th parade in Mount Prospect? Maybe, organizers say. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. With filing deadline tomorrow, here's how much money Seattle mayoral candidates have raised. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.8 m, depth 10 km, in Carlsberg Ridge, May 21, 2021, 16:02 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. Red earthquake alert, magnitude 6.1 m, depth 10 km, in China, May 21, 2021, 13:48 UTC, 3,800,000 people within 100 kilometers. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.7 m, depth 107.86 km, in Java, Indonesia, May 21, 2021, 12:09 UTC, 12,480,000 people within 100 kilometers. Drought is ongoing in Brazil. Drought is ongoing in Mexico. Green forest fire alert in Greece. Drought is ongoing in Mozambique. Drought is ongoing in Kenya. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Afghanistan, Iran, Kazakhstan, Pakistan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Friday, May 21st in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Ford reveals fully electric F-150 Lightning pickup truck. Disturbance in the Western Gulf now up to a 60% chance to develop. Heavy downpours, gusty winds expected for parts of southeast Texas today. Houston ISD Board unanimously appoints Millard House II as new superintendent. Don't let these weekend closures slow you down. What to know about the model minority myth and why it's harmful to the AAPI community. My grandmother's kitchen is a cozy tribute to a beloved Nana and her recipes. CA student goes from sleeping in truck to becoming class speaker at college graduation. White House partners with dating apps to encourage COVID-19 vaccinations. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. The latest, lefty on top at PGA Championship in second round. Leafs captain John Tavares leaves hospital, out indefinitely. Wild RW Johansson out with broken arm after Game 3 injury. Tribune investors vote on Eldon deal, outcome questioned. Familiar name gets temp job as Univ of South Carolina leader. The Diana interview, a look at the pivotal moment in time. Ford CEO, electric vehicle demand will transform industry. Louisiana could make first levy debt payment without loan. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Tired with tokenism, Youth launch stronger campaign for UN Biodiversity Day. The global insecurity of climate change. Wanted, transparency and accountability in pandemic-related spending. UN chief welcomes Gaza ceasefire announcement between Israel and Hamas. Spirit of unity, partnership and collaboration needed to realize Sudan's aspirations. Internet upgrade breathes new life into rural areas, new UN report finds. UNHCR chief calls on U.S. to end COVID-19 asylum restrictions at the Mexico border. Exclusive, Mauritius' first female president on why we need science diplomacy to address major challenges. Nepal is the new COVID-19 hotspot, the cure is citizen engagement. Gaza children living in hell on earth, UN chief says, urging immediate end to fighting. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. U.S. Pentagon Secret Army of Clandestine Operatives dwarfs Central Intelligence Agency spy force, report. Reporter Matt Taibbi exposes how investigative journalism has been captured by the deep state. How to stop technocrats from turning the United States into China. Sperm counts could be down to 0 by 2045. Oregon counties vote to secede to Idaho. Connecticut students arrest for racist post sparks free speech debate. American arms makers are making a killing off of Israel's slaughter in Gaza. How totalitarianism rhymes throughout history, Czechoslovakia, China, and Venezuela. Microsoft versus Indian farmers, agri-stacking the system. If everything is going to be just fine, why do the shortages just keep getting worse? The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Teacher disarmed school shooter, hugged her until help came. Do polar bears yell when they poop? Did U.S. military place Amy Coney Barrett under house arrest? Did Biden waive sanctions on Russia to Germany pipeline? A new reason to swipe right, dating apps adding vax badges. Lady Gaga says rape at 19 led to a total psychotic break. I was afraid, Prince Harry, Oprah discuss mental health. Is the rainbow LGBTQ plus Lego set real? Biden signs bill to counter spike in anti-Asian hate crime. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. The View's Sunny Hostin defends Chris Cuomo, Fox News does it too. The best new launches from Dr. Martens, Buck Mason, and more. These trans kids are trying to survive Tennessee's slate of 8. This little tool has killed all of the mosquitoes in my yard. Prince Harry accuses the monarchy of conspiring with the media to smear Meghan Markle with bullying claim. 8 pits full of murdered women found in ex-cop's backyard in El Salvador. I gotta hand it to Nintendo, they did Pokemon Snap right. How the black creators of barbecue were erased from history. Netflix's special, Gay Sex on TV has never been this good, or important. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Travis Barker calls Kourtney Kardashian the love of my life. Apple CEO Tim Cook takes stand in epic fight over App Store. Theo Pinson will make sure Julius Randle braids hair for playoffs. Kieran Culkin's wife Jazz Charton is pregnant with their second child. Anti-Semitic incidents surge in U.S. amid Israel-Hamas conflict, ADL. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. The sky this week, supermoon, flower moon, blood moon. How to view the super-flower blood moon on May 26th. Snapshot M, this could be the earliest spiral galaxy ever seen. TESS needs your help finding new worlds. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Largest iceberg in the world breaks off from Antarctica. How to watch the super-flower blood moon lunar eclipse. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. 1 dead, 8 injured in alleged smuggling attempt off San Diego coast. Surveillance video allegedly shows Molly Tippett's killer circling her in vehicle prior to her death. EU to offer 3 types of COVID passports by July. Amazon reveals new details, sets premiere date for Borat special. Murder charge dropped against woman who used meth before delivering stillbirth in 2019. New Jersey dead says family targeted by anti-Semitic attack during Florida vacation. New Jersey man beat girlfriend to death with potted plant in assisted living home, report. You're just my type, vaccinated, White House helps dating apps debut proof of jab. Chicago trans inmate transferred to women's unit after spending nearly a year locked up with men. Mother of dying girl in Ohio made up terminal illness to scam friends out of thousands, police say. The following headlines are from military.com. Worst date ever seen, lawmakers urge support for military barracks improvements. NATO to continue Afghan troop training after leaving country. Troops blast senator for claiming U.S. military has been emasculated. Department of Defense has had 1,640 COVID breakthrough cases among vaccinated beneficiaries. Biggest Navy exercise in a generation will include 25,000 personnel across 7 time zones. Mother of Army officer returns to U.S. and family following deportation. Wisconsin senator proposes renaming Fort Bragg after Union cousin of Confederate general. Did alleged Fort Jackson school bus hijacker try to escape jail? Sheriff, lawyer at odds. Space Force CO fired over comments about Marxism in the military now subject of IG probe. Israel approves ceasefire in Gaza offensive. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. COVID-19 cases in Illinois by zip code, search for your neighborhood. Where the coronavirus data stands in the U.S. and world, vaccinations, cases and deaths. Illinois Bridge Phase Metrics, daily updates on trends in coronavirus cases, deaths, hospitalizations and vaccinations, and progress toward full reopening. Illinois COVID-19 Vaccine Tracker, 60,014 additional people fully vaccinated for a total of 4,995,694, 39.21% of the state's population including 74.16% of those over 65, 126,023 doses administered yesterday. Daily Illinois coronavirus graphs, 21 new deaths, 1,573 new confirmed and probable cases and 73,099 new test results. The statewide positivity rate for cases is 2.2%. Federal jury finds veteran Chicago cop used excessive force against Cubs fan during 2016 World Series celebration. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, 126,023 administered vaccine doses, 1,573 new cases and 21 deaths reported Friday. Man found in Montrose Harbor hospitalized in critical condition, police say. Kearney School District employee charged with stealing $105K in equipment, selling it on eBay. Hedge fund Altman's bid to buy Chicago Tribune, other papers approved by Tribune Publishing shareholders. The following headlines are from FIS.org. A new replication crisis, research that is less likely to be true is cited more. Molecular switch enables photomechanical jumping of polymers. Deeper insight into Higgs boson production using W bosons. Darwin foreshadowed modern scientific theories. Best predictor of arrest rates, the birth lottery of history. Indigenous peoples and local communities key to achieving biodiversity goals. How human cells and pathogenic Shigella engage in battle. Railway infrastructure susceptible to greater damages from climate change. Legitimation strategies for coal exits in Germany and Canada. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Friday, May 21st, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Seattle Symphony welcomes an audience back to Benaroya Hall for the first time in 14 months. 14 MLB teams reach 85% vaccinated, relax COVID protocols. FBI employee accused of storing classified documents at home. Not real news, a look at what didn't happen this week. Vast Antarctic iceberg could drift through ocean for years. How to successfully DIY a mosaic tile floor. Ethiopia convicts 3 troops of rape, charges 28 for killings. Handwritten example of famous Einstein equation gets $1.20 m. The following headlines are from mercurynews.com. Tribune shareholders approve sale to Alden Global Capital. Musk says Tesla looking at Russia for production hub. Eurovision Finals, how to watch, plus videos of the favorites. San Jose State reassigns beleaguered athletic director Marie Toot in sex abuse scandal. Hotline mailbag, how new Commissioner George Klyavkov should handle the Pac-12 networks, night kickoffs, CFP expansion and more. Bodo Hyundai lately, automaker with California roots outperforms a pandemic. Fremont teen baker Sweden's lives making desserts for those in need. Billie Eilish brings happier than ever tour to San Francisco, Sacramento. The Giants-Dodgers rivalry is back and the stakes are finally high again. Woman robbed, carjacked at gunpoint in Oakland Hills. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Tulsa mayor says nearly all city computers still down 2 weeks after ransomware attack. GOP lawmakers demand Biden administration turn over evidence linking COVID-19 to Chinese lab. Biden welcomes South Korean President Moon Jae-in for Friday talks at White House. Weather forecasters are predicting another busy Atlantic hurricane season. Transgender activists call Tennessee state of hate amid slew of new laws. Andrew Cuomo condemns anti-Semitic violent gang harassment after Jewish man beaten in Times Square. Maine lawmakers will oppose effort to cut upgraded destroyer from the fleet. Kamala Harris tells South Korea's Moon of U.S. vision for Pacific unconstrained by coercion. Biden says big spending answers Irish leaders' question about whether U.S. can lead. Dems prod Joe Biden to nix bipartisan infrastructure deal for big, bold spending spree. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Israel attacks on Gaza left strained healthcare system in tatters. Voice of America is accused of ignoring government atrocities in Ethiopia. Life and death in occupied Palestine. Canadian journalists fear retaliation for criticizing coverage of Israeli attacks on Gaza. Squad splits on Capitol Police funding, letting bill pass by 1 vote. In Israel's mixed Jewish-Palestinian towns, old frustrations boil into violence. Atlanta mayor punts crime-fighting to secret committee. ICE detention center shuttered following repeated allegations of medical misconduct. Drug industry money quietly backs media voices against sharing vaccine patents. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Friday, May 21st, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. China's PM2.5 pathways under carbon neutrality goals. Russian wildfires and tropospheric ozone pollution over northern Tibetan plateau. Biodiversity devastation, human-driven decline requires millions of years of recovery. Sans urban role demands key part on sustainability stage. First of its kind flower smells like dead insects to imprison coffin flies. New non-destructive broadband imager is the next step towards advanced technology. Making the gray cells happy. Sprint study confirms controlled blood pressure important in preventing heart disease and stroke. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Minnesota Attorney General's office to prosecute case in Daunte Wright's death. Illinois was going to be one of the greenest states. It hasn't worked out that way. From the Confederacy to Trump's election, we must defeat the big lie. Kyle Rittenhouse trial in November could take 2 weeks, attorney. Summer 2021, which Chicago festivals, events have returned, been rescheduled? Mental health issues on the rise even as pandemic eases its grip. Alex Dobkin, head lesbian, singer and feminist, dies at 80. Tribune Publishing says Alden Big One shareholders okay. 17 shot in 5 hours overnight in Chicago, shootings now up 36% over last year. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Friday, May 21st, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. HISD names its lone superintendent candidate and he's from Tennessee. Reviews for the uneasily quarantined, Army of the Dead. Despite uncertain future, Watson still among top 2021 MVP candidates. Openings and closings, Tarka Indian Kitchen expands, Theodore X and Romano's reopen soon. 5 ways homeowners can get ready for hurricane season right now. Houston's 5 best weekend food bets, a hot new Bayside brunch. Bon Jovi rocks the drive-in this weekend. 10 years of Jim Crane, the good, the bad, the ugly. Best virtual bets, Beethoven, FemFest, and a micro festival. Doug Miller heads to Houston from the Hill Country. The next headlines are about world records making news. Sask musician breaks Guinness World Record for drumming marathon, CBC. Florida 11-year-old earns world record for mental math, UPI News. Gateshead Diamond League, Sha'Carri Richardson set to take the world by storm, BBC Sport. Fit again world record holder Bridget Ice Olympic marathon gold, The Star, Kenya. Returnal beaten in under 5 minutes during world record speedrun, Screen Rant. Sport Week, wants to watch for para athletics, International Paralympic Committee. New world record holder for most Funko figures has over 7,000, Nerdist. Luke Greenbank breaks British record in 200 ag, jumps to world number 4, swim. Paddington 2 overtakes Toy Story 2 as best reviewed film on Rotten Tomatoes, Guinness World Records. Fair Circus attempts world record, wins international awards, Circus Talk. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. DC's League of Super Pets movie casts Dwayne Johnson as Crypto, and it makes me uncomfortable. Man gets molten metal in his ear in freak welding accident. Netflix's animated adaptation of the Filipino hit comic Trees summons its first blood-soaked trailer. The vaccine will get you laid, White House. Google Pixel 6 leaks show some surprisingly impressive hardware. How sand mining could destabilize the world. Jurassic World's Blue is back in an exclusive clip from Camp Cretaceous. You're supposed to be comforted by this faceless robotic vibrating cat, not horrified. Hurricane season is about to start early, again. Clyde's spot on Jupiter is starting to look pretty weird. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Almaty in Iran at 119.12 degrees Fahrenheit or 48.4 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Vostok in Antarctica at minus 98.86 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 72.7 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Crypto payments above $10,000 would be reported to IRS under Treasury plan. Ohio's 53% vaccination surge tied to $1 lottery, NY and MD announce lotteries. More detailed Pixel 6 renders show off camera design, display specs. Epic Games v Apple by the numbers, Fortnite is worth that much money? Apple CEO Tim Cook to take stand in Epic Apple trial today. Archaeologists train a neural network to sort pottery fragments for them. Texas Gov knew of natural gas shortages days before blackout, blamed wind anyway. No Man's Sky confirms Mass Effect crossover, adds iconic Normandy SR-12 fleet. Vulnerabilities in billions of Wi-Fi devices let hackers bypass firewalls. The Ferrari Portofino M, reviewed. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Act like adults, GOP lawmakers face backlash for whining about fines for anti-mask stunt in House. Watch, Marjorie Taylor Greene says Nancy Pelosi's COVID policies are exactly like the Holocaust. Capitol stormer Yankee Patriot made over 100 threatening phone calls to 911 the day before the riot, court documents. Evangelical pastors scramble to stop parishioners from bringing QAnon into their churches. Republican Messiah ex-cop claims he was drunk during Capitol riot, search warrant. What telling the truth about Stone Mountain might look like. New analysis reveals one key reason Trump lost Arizona, and deflates his claim of reeking. The dark side of Mother Teresa's order, according to nuns who left. DC Insider says Democrats need to drop the faculty lounge jargon and quit saying Latinx if they want to keep the House in 2022. White House ignored Meghan McCain's offer to help promote vaccines, but gave Whoopi Goldberg a private briefing. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. A top Rand Paul donor is dropping big bucks to elect Andrew Yang. Could India's COVID surge portend severe outbreaks in other countries? Cutting off unemployment insurance bonus will disproportionately hurt people of color. Fossil fuel interests caught peddling propaganda to school children. You just paid your taxes, here's how the super rich avoid them. If you're 17 to 24, here's a powerful new way to drive disability justice. Bernie Sanders is set to introduce a resolution to end arms sale to Israel. Enjoy provoking unhinged tweets from conservatives, wear a mask. Pence and Pompeo headlined an event mounted by a group that says the Christian era has ended. As aquifers run low, Mexico City is sinking fast. The next items are today's top search results for Bigfoot. Gator mating season can cause reptiles to look for love in odd places, WKMG News 6 and Click Orlando. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Seance filmmaker Simon Barrett on his directorial debut and writing Face Off 2 Feet, Hollywood Reporter. Mushrooms on Mars, 5 unproven claims that alien life exists, The Conversation UK. How useful is the Copernican principle of mediocrity, The Irish Times. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. What are the different stages of Parkinson's dementia? HealthCentral.com. NervGen Pharma reports first quarter 2021 results. 2021 to 2005-20 press releases. Stockhouse. How an extra thumb changes the way your brain perceives the hand. New Atlas. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Friday, May 21st, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. UFO material in possession of U.S. government, reveals FMR Pentagon official. UFOs are real, former military officials say. FMR President Obama re-UFOs, we don't know exactly what they are. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Friday, May 21st, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News i8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News i8. All rights reserved.